all the capitals of all the US states.
Indeed,
And
indeed.
the order in which they joined the union.
Presidents, yeah.
How are the quizzes coming along? Have you done many since I went to the first one? How many have there been since then?
There'll be the first round, which is also the semi-final, is towards the end of January, and we're waiting for a date.
Mm.
And then the eight top teams go forward to the final.
Do we know which other teams are in this group then?
No. You have all the information that I have.
Yeah.
Which is very little.
That's enough.
If you click on that, you take your picture of everybody else.
Well, Happy New Year to you all.
Oh,
You, President.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Okay. No, you don't want to be. You're already on there.
All right.
You won't see your own.
Is that map so you can show us where you are, Ibrahim?
Yes. Right here.
Are you in? Is it Dubai? You still in
Yes,
Dubai?
it is. I was supposed to come back on the 15th of January, but now decided to stay until the end of March.
Oh, I don't blame you. What's your lifestyle like there? Are you working there, or is it a long holiday?
No, I'm working. There's a lot of Zoom meetings. I'm getting zoomed out.
Yeah, it's quite mentally tiring, isn't it?
It's exhausting, actually.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you, Abraham?
I'm in Dubai, in the UAE.
Oh, in Dubai, yes, okay.
Well, at least, the weather is a little bit nicer and it's a little bit safer. It's about 12 to 1500 cases a day, so it's fine.
Well, I get two emails a day from Emirates at the moment saying come to Dubai. I think they're doing Birmingham to Dubai at about £300 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's the amount of people that have come in during the holidays that we've seen an increase of tourists is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Also getting them from Qatar Airways. We went to Doha in February last year, but we're not going out the front door at the moment.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the temperatures. They're almost at zero the whole time, and yeah, it's a bit chilly.
It's a bit warmer today, I think. The Leicester wasn't frozen overnight, so it's perhaps a little bit warmer today.
Yeah.
Since I don't go outside the front door, it doesn't matter really.
I feel a little bit bad. I'm in short sleeves and everybody is in jumpers. So
yeah.
Hello, hi Mick. Oh, thanks for the help on the risk assessment, Mick.
well, it's a pleasure, and Happy New Year to you all.
And to you.
I knew that.
Same to you.
Hello, John.
Oh, John.
You been busy, John? Up to much?
Sorry?
Have you been busy recently over Christmas?
No, very quiet. Staying safe.
Yeah, that's good. There'll be an announcement today, I think, isn't there, on the schools? It looks like the primaries will close now.
The primary school in Thurnby is open.
Okay. I've seen a few announcements today of various other schools all deciding not to open for another couple of weeks at least. It's tricky.
About your children's school?
Sorry, Pam?
Your children's school?
No, they haven't announced anything. So as far as I know, they're open on Thursday.
Oh, they're not due to open. Okay.
Sorry, they are due to open on Thursday, as far as I know. But others like Whitehall, I read about 4 or 5 others had delayed in various ways.
I've got a couple of friends in Milton Keynes, and they started homeschooling today. They're not sending kids to school.
Yeah. So is that a result of the teachers' unions sort of putting pressure that way, or
just a safety measure? And the guy just said it's too risky to send the kids, and they've got permission to do homeschooling. So.
I very much feel for the people who've got exams, students who've got to go through that process with the exams being delayed and sometimes not even taking them, and they're taking the mock results and things like that. It's very.
Well, from what I could understand from what the Prime Minister was saying through a rather thick mask about an hour ago, they're about to turn the whole of the TIS system upside down anyway and toughen everything up, whether that will include schools, but it seems pretty well everything else is going to go.
Our 15-year-old granddaughter did her mocks before Christmas, and she's very concerned that they will be her results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're having online
Did she
lessons.
not do well then, John?
Absolute chaos. Sorry?
Did she not think that she had done well?
Oh, she's done very well, luckily. She only just got some of the results through.
Yeah.
Put the headphones on so you don't have noise.
But they were warned that, you know, do well in your mocks, you never know.
Yeah.
Hello, Richard. Hi, Clive.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Nick.
Hello. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Hello.
Not the people who got to the barbers before the last lockdown, you see.
Rocky did. I didn't.
I've had a 1.5 this time.
Clive, have you been busy being Father Christmas?
I was very busy, but I packed up now, and it's all behind me.
Hi, Gordon. We were pleased to hear about Janet's MBE. That's really good news.
Well, she's very pleased, yes.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well done. So what was the MB for? Is it services to the local community? Is that right?
Well, it was described as services to the local community in Smeaton Westerby, but really her activities have been rather wider than that.
I mean, I guess I assumed when I saw the name that it would be for the huge amount of work she's doing with the cathedral, for example.
Well, I think Historic Churches Trust, the cathedral, University of Leicester. She's involved in a lot of different stuff, but she has played the organ in Smeaton Westerby for 35 years. So.
There's a very good piece on the cathedral website if anybody wants to have a look.
All right, I will.
Just been reading it, Gordon.
Okay.
Right, we have everybody here but the Rabbi, as far as I can see. Oh, hang on, I think he's joining. No, that's not. That's Don. So
It's always late anyway.
yeah, I think I'll wait until he arrives, in case he has any connection problems or anything like that.
It's good to see Ibrahim in our meeting. You're doing an evening shift, are you, Ibrahim?
Yes, I am.
What time is it with you?
It's 5, just gone 5.
Ah.
Nice and warm, presumably.
Well, it's a little bit chilly. It's about 31 degrees today, so yeah.
Well, it's down into the low 20s, you mean?
Yeah.
We had a Zoom with some friends in Adelaide this morning, and they were saying it's not warm there. They're complaining about the cold and wearing sweaters, but he's reckoning next week they'll be complaining about it being too hot.
Yeah. Well, the way we've always described winter in Dubai is you change from short sleeves to long sleeves, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think the most important thing is just being safe. Is not about the temperature, and that's what I'm really concerned about.
Hello, Simon. Hi, Tony.
Hi,
Good
Simon.
morning. Oh, good afternoon.
President.
I'm just off the golf course, straight off the golf course this morning.
It's all right for some.
The life of leisure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get it in because it won't be long. It's the next on the list, I reckon.
Is the golf course open at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It is.
Playing twos though.
playing 2s for 9 holes only
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
until Thursday, and then it's 18, I'm told.
Really? Oh, good.
That's what Barry Hall was telling me this morning.
No, that's right, I think. But in 2 still.
Because on Saturday, I was hoping to get to play off the 10th for 9 holes, but I'm told it's 18 holes. People have booked.
Yeah, for coming Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Happy New Year, Gordon.
Happy New Year, Simon.
I too am about to start my lunch, so I may disappear from view.
We're just waiting for our speaker. I'll give it a minute or two further. I've not had any emails or anything from him, so. Hi, Chris.
Oh, hello.
Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you, Parmdeep. Yes, happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was the battery running low?
5 today. That's a good turnout, isn't it?
Yes, excellent. I've spoken to members who don't come to the meetings, but they do appreciate the recordings. I spoke to Vince just before Christmas, and he said he does watch the catch-up YouTube recordings, which is nice. So for those who can't make these meetings, it's always good to have them updated that way.
Who's Vince?
It's not.
I've forgotten him.
Yeah. No, he's got an interesting background.
He's the little chap, isn't he?
Talks a lot.
He's got a very interesting background. Listening to him talk about his sort of professional life and other things he's done made me think it'd be nice to have a book at some point of stories from Rotarians. There must be some fantastic backgrounds and interesting stories to share, I think, amongst Rotarians. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember Vince's job talk, actually. I think he should come on.
The trouble is, one often only finds these stories out that are good at someone's funeral.
Yeah.
Golf books are obviously a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make a start.
There's a huge file on all of us with the sort of secret notes in, ready for that.
Yes, yeah. Our funeral notes.
Okay, I'll make a start, and I'll just keep my fingers crossed for our speaker to join us. So I'm just going to mute everybody. Okay, so that's everybody muted. It just means less background noise for myself and the speaker, and you will be able to unmute yourselves if you need to ask a question or anything like that to get involved in the conversation. So happy New Year, everybody, and it's great to see you all, and such a fantastic turnout as well. 25 of us here today. So let me just move on to my agenda notes. Do we have any? I can see one guest. It's great to see Pam with us again. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are things at your club, Pam? Or what have you guys been up to?
Very quiet at the moment, but we've got our monthly business meeting this Thursday, so we'll presumably, have more idea after that. Thank you, and greetings from President Sarita.
Thank you. Please pass on my greetings to her. Any other guests?
Yeah, well, I have a semi-guest. I got David. It's literally just I'm actually at work in the office, and David, I point to him, but he's just popped out of the office. He's our bereavement nurse specialist, and he also has an interest possibly in coming along to some of our meetings. So he's going to be listening in.
Okay, that's great. Yep, welcome,
from the
David.
side.
That's fantastic.
I work when he comes back in the office. I'll welcome him.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Thank you. Anybody else?
Report on Gondar, Richard.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. Maybe we can do it now if you like.
What? Well, did you? Hopefully, you've had where you had a chance to read the final thing. I've gone on the website. Otherwise, I've had sort of messages over the Christmas period that things are sort of reasonably under control. The external fixators that we've dispatched have, as far as I understand, they've got as far as Addis. But that, it's the Ethiopian New Year on Christmas on. So I'll be sending the briefings then.
Okay, fabulous. I just stopped your video there,
Right.
Richard. Richard, I just stopped your video there because
right, okay.
the connection was a bit patchy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Can it go on again? Can it go on again?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes. It can go back on. Yeah. It's just when you're speaking, it drains a lot of bandwidth, and we can't catch your voice. But yeah, it'll be fine to go back on.
Do I do that?
Yes, I think you can. There we go.
Start video. There we go. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Okay.
This is David here. He's reappeared in the office.
Hello, David. And you.
He's wearing his mask, as you can see. I'm not. I should be, I'm afraid, but I haven't.
Okay. So, do we have any greetings from other clubs? Just check the second page, because I know we've got...
I'm bringing you greetings from the Rotary Club of Crosby.
Fantastic. Happy New Year to you, Paul.
Thank you very much, for the same to everybody, please. I just thought I would join you as it's New Year. I thought I would just come and say hello.
It's great. It's good to see you again. So tell us a bit about your club and how things are going there.
Well, we've done very well. We spent 10 nights out before Christmas with Father Christmas, going around all the streets in Crosby. We haven't been able to collect, unfortunately. We normally collect about £1,000 a night, which we use for charities. Wow. But unfortunately, this year we haven't been able to collect cash. But we've been doing it through an app that we set up that people can donate up to £10 or £20. We haven't heard yet how much we've collected, but we think we'll probably collect about half the amount. But just to see children's faces with Santa Claus out and around, it's also very good as a fitness thing. It's an average of 5 miles a night, so 10 nights is 50-mile walk, which is pretty good. We're thinking about getting sponsored, but we didn't do that this year. But so it's good, thank you. We started a big garden in the centre of Crosby as well, which will continue through next year. So yes, it's interesting. Very small club though, Parmdeep. Only 21 members.
That's still not bad as far as Rotary clubs go. It's probably average, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's good, thank you.
Excellent. Well done. Any other greetings? No. Okay, just checking for our speaker. He hasn't joined us yet, but I'm keeping an eye out. Okay, so in terms of remarks from me, we've already mentioned, I highly recommend reading Richard's report, and he just mentioned that a second ago. That's great. Very well done to you, Richard, and the team. In terms of fundraising, we're now ready to purchase food for our food banks. So everything has been approved. I've spoken to John Cavey from Rotary for Food Banks. And the stage we're at now is we just need to let them know how much food we want delivered to which food banks. So Barry made a very good suggestion to me, which was to contact each food bank and ask them how many users they're serving each week, and whether they're able to meet demand or whether demand exceeds supply, so we can get a good feel for how much food should be allocated and where. So that's the process we're just undergoing now. And we hope to start purchasing food. I'd like to start purchasing some food this month, which we would be buying directly from Morrison's, and Morrison's will then deliver directly to the food banks. So given that the food banks seem likely to be even busier this year than last year, I do look forward to giving them as much support as we can now that we have raised over £11,000 to help them out. We were very fortunate to have somebody from University of Leicester, one of their professors, I believe. I've never met him, but he fundraised for our Rotary for Food Banks appeal, and through his students was able to raise over £1,000 for us. So I'm very keen to connect, given that we're already setting up a Rotary club for Leicester universities, to do much more with as many people from the universities as we can. I think it's very much an untapped, in terms of Rotary, working with them, I think it's an untapped group of people who could be very enthusiastic fundraisers, volunteers. There must be many different things we could explore. So that's something I'm doing at this point in time. I did my 9th delivery yesterday with the Midlands Lungard Searby Society. So that's hot food delivered directly to homeless hostels and hotels, and one individual around Leicester City Centre and Welford Road. And that's been really good. Very nice in terms of being able to see the users and talk to them and see the impact. So rather than just kind of donating money, being able to meet the people and get their feedback. I do enjoy that, and I would recommend, if anybody's interested, to speak to them and see if you'd like to be involved in any food deliveries with them. They do them on Sundays. I believe they also do weekdays as well, but I haven't signed up for those. I've just done the Sundays. Our road track club is now ready and certified, ready to go. The students, unfortunately, aren't back yet, so just waiting for them to come back. And hopefully, in terms of restrictions on what they can do, they're able to still. I'm hoping they're able to still go out and get involved in some of the volunteering projects we've got lined up. For example, painting a youth club in Evington is ready to go once we can go over there and just assess the work that needs to be done. The students are very keen. I've been keeping in touch with them over the Christmas break, and they're very much they're very ready to go and want to get involved in projects with us. So that's ready to start once they're back. Diana is our very own Diana Esho, is working on celebrating our club's birthday, and she made a suggestion to perhaps do a project at a local school. So I spoke to Clive, who kindly put me in touch with, I believe it's Sarah Naylor. Yeah, she's the principal at Netherhall Special School. I believe we've got several Rotarians with an involvement with that school. So that gives me the reassurance that we'll be well taken care of and we can do a successful project there. So I'm just waiting to hear back from her in terms of a date when I can speak to her and move that forward. The bridge evenings are going very well. Are we doing afternoons now as well, Simon? For anybody who wants to get involved in bridge? Simon? I think you're still muted, Simon.
Yes, I've just sent out some dates for this week. It's really a question of spreading it out evenly if we haven't got enough for 2 tables. So that's what I'm doing so far this week. But I'm trying to involve 1 or 2 friends as well to make up the numbers. Okay, that'll be good. I think also once we've got bridge established, I think it could be nice to explore maybe 1 or 2 other board games. Perhaps I know Scott plays poker. Maybe some chess if members are interested. I think it's worth exploring any ways in which we can bring people together. I've just got a phone call coming through from Ed, so I'm just going to take that in case there's something to do with our speaker. Hi, Ed. If you'd like to unmute yourselves and just have a quick chat amongst yourselves while I just deal with this, I think it might be our speaker. So you're more than welcome to unmute yourselves and have a chat.
So I was just saying from the bridge side.
Moira, are you sending through some of that paperwork to me?
Who's talking to me?
Paul B. From up north.
Yes, I am. I posted it this morning.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I wait with bated breath for its arrival.
Yeah, some I've posted. I've posted some this morning, and I have a little pile to deliver on the city, and I'll take them out and about this week.
Okay.
Richard, did you try and say something about bridge and then froze?
Yeah. Oh, did I freeze? Oh, right. No, just to see whether we offer
You've frozen again.
out to any other clubs. Oh, sorry, work computer. I'll chat to you. Anyway, just
We'll chat tomorrow evening. You're playing tomorrow evening.
yeah. We'll chat to you. Yeah. I think I'm using David's laptop, and I think it can't cope with vision and sound or something.
Yeah, it's not a very good line.
Yeah.
David Howard's obviously been on a diet over Christmas. He's shrunk quite a lot.
Is there any news of Derek Hole? He doesn't seem to have attended many meetings lately.
Right, we have our speaker. So welcome, Rabbi Pink. I'm just going to mute everybody again. Okay. Well, do we have any, just before we go into the speaker, do we have any notices from Secretary? No. Okay, and any committee chairman would like to say anything? Yes, Nick.
Just a brief thing. One or two of us, I think, have received an email from Colin Derrick, and I thought maybe somebody should mention that Colin has moved. He now lives, I think he said South Kilworth. So, and he is contemplating now returning to Rotary. He seems to be in pretty good health, actually. But because he's much nearer Lutterworth, he's heading there. So anyway, I'm sure I thought you might be interested to know where he's going. But if he does join Rotary, he has down in Lutterworth, he has said that he would want to come and visit us.
That's nice. I'm glad he's back to good health. Okay. Anything else to share, Nick?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Nick, could you forward his contact details, please, to me?
Yes, Paul. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other committee chairman?
Can I say something?
Yes, of course, Maura.
By the way, it was nothing to do with my my committee. I said while you were not with us earlier on that I have posted some scripts out, and the others I will deliver in the next few days. But I met John Aldridge in the village on Saturday, and June is still very poorly. And not able to do much, but he's okay and surviving. All right.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting us know. I will drop him a note. And yeah.
Moira, is she still in Loris?
No, she's home now, Paul.
Is she?
As I understand it, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. I will move on to our speaker, back due to popular demand. Our speaker will be Rabbi Shmuli Pink, who will offer us a New Year message. So please take it away, Rabbi. You'll just need to, sorry, Rabbi, you'll just need to unmute yourself. I've muted everybody. In the bottom left of your Zoom, there we go.
Yeah, that's always a good idea to unmute. Yeah, okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Nice to see you all. Definitely different over Zoom. I don't know who cooked lunch today.
We all did.
Yeah, well, we're all being in Leicester. I think we can say we're all speaking from the one and only city in the country that's been in continuous lockdown since June. Not the first time in Leicester's been top of something, but last time when we won the Premier League, I think it was a lot more fun. I'll ask you kind of what is it like? How are you managing? How's everybody managing? It's a good question, huh? Honestly, I think I can say it's a challenge. It's a challenge. No one likes isolation. I can speak for my own community. They miss their grandchildren. There's a lot of real anxiety. The level of anxiety is about Corona is very real. That being said, I can say personally, we feel blessed. Look, we're here. We're here to be able to get together. There's a blessing, physically. Yet, the toll it's taken on people's mental health is real and it's challenging. When lockdown started, we thought, oh, we can do this. We've been homeschooling for 18 years. We started with 2 children, our little Pink's primary school. It's still going strong with child number 8, 9, and 10. So the reality is everybody else joined my way of life. However, it quickly became evident that although we were at home as usual, the way we interacted with the community was very different. Our home is the epicenter of our communal activities. The door is now closed, and there are days when sometimes you can forget to unlock it until an Amazon delivery bing rings on your bell and you have to open your door. And constant news reports brought a stress into the house. When you're at home all the time and there's little breathing space, it's tough. Back in March, back all the way back then, as the world initially locked down and all the schools closed, our elder children flew back home from a variety of countries. And we waited and counted the days, sure that one of them would have brought the virus home, but nothing happened. Thank God we were all well. And back then in March, we were 12 people living under one roof. The 0 to 13-year-olds living on our local time zone, and the 15 to 20-year-olds living on an American time zone. We nicknamed our home the Lighthouse. Many nights the light stayed on around the clock. Our little ones up by 7 a.m. Our teenagers were ready to go to sleep then. And my wife and I were working crazy hours with 8 children logging in online for school. There wasn't a room you could walk into where you could have a private discussion. It wasn't practical to continue like this. And at this time, we realized as a couple, the first thing we had to invest in was ourselves. Then in the family, and that would result in a stronger team to service the community. We needed to strengthen our personal connection to our Creator, to our Rabbi, to each other. Now that sounds great for an advert for a retreat, but not a great ideal recipe for 2 people with little time in their day. But despite all, we made a plan and we invested in it, and it empowered us to a totally new level. My wife made it a priority to listen to online classes during the late hours as she folded the mounds and mounds of laundry. We joined a parenting class on conscious discipline that has completely changed the atmosphere in our home, and it created a loving, safe, non-judgmental atmosphere for all the children of all the ages. And we committed as a couple to take a 20-minute walk each night, no matter the weather. And what was the outcome? I felt rejuvenated and excited. We had a system, we had options, we had opportunities. There are times when God feels very different. the news, statistics, the politics all seem so real, as if they're going to define my personal fate. If that is my reality, then each day is a long and tiring. It's like slave labor, long hours in unhealthy conditions for minimal pay. But when I tap in to Jewish thought, I tap into what's called Hasidic thought, I feel empowered by God. I know He has put me here at this time for a reason. I can make a difference to me, to my family, and to the community around. Instead of feeling stuck, instead of feeling overwhelmed, I listen to a class and I feel empowered. I learn something and feel empowered. I recognize that each and every moment, God is recreating the world anew. What is happening now here in Leicester is by God's design. Now, what I'm saying may sound foreign to many. Studying Jewish philosophy, Hasidic philosophy, it's hard when you're not brought up to believe. I get that, it's true. We live in a world that denies and contradicts, or at the very least conceals God's presence. And if I'm addicted to the news and the latest politics on the lockdown, I'm sucked into a world of blame. I'm a victim and have little control or choice over my day-to-day life. It triggers anxiety and it triggers hopelessness. Let me share with you an experience. The other day, I used a feature on my minibus, which I don't use very often, the auto parking assist. It's a strange experience. You kind of take your hands half off the wheel, you're powering the pedals a little bit, and there's a force beyond me making decisions of where the van is going. It brought home the reality of our lives. Yes, we have to do our part. We have to put in our effort. The direction of day-to-day life is controlled by our Creator. Instead of fighting it, I am choosing to tap in. God has steered our lives in a new direction. Are we complaining and fighting it? Or are we actively looking to tap into the active force of God's will that is streaming live directly to me each day? Yes, everything that happens is part of the master plan. So what am I going to do about it now? How can I make today different to yesterday? What can I do to give meaning to myself? I mentioned earlier that we took a parenting course. With 20 years of experience in kids ranging from 20 to 2, you would have thought I've got quite a good grasp on the different variety of children. I would think I would know it. Well, my motto in life is, my life is constantly under construction. There's always something I can improve on. Anything that is alive must be growing. Biological definition of life is something is constantly growing. What is the one thing that human beings need most after food and water in order to survive? Connection. Many studies have been done on children left in third world orphanages, and these children will unfortunately have severe problems throughout their lifetime. Many of these children don't even cry, probably because as infants they learned that the tears and cries weren't responded to. In England, we are much more aware of the need for connection. We are great with infants. However, somehow, once a child reaches about the age of 2, we slowly forget the need for connection. Connection is a need for all humans at all ages. And this is exactly what Corona has made such a challenge. It separated us, severed our tide, locked us up, made us have a typical daily routine, which is very challenging. At the same time, it's given us a challenge. Let's learn new ways to connect. How can we do that? Is there anything we can do? Of course, the answer, yes, of course we can do. We can find new ways to connect. No circumstances, not even COVID, can stop us. As a Jew, we've always tried to be resourceful. And I can say personally, I can look around what I've been accomplishing in Leicester, the countless Zooms, the connections made for every different holidays, whether it's going round outside people's houses, dropping things in a box, thinking out the box, in the box. Honestly, that's all done though for other people. Because every minute has a use, every minute has a purpose, and it has to be used in a productive way. And when we do that, we value our life. When we value it, I'm not going to waste it wallowing in misery and waiting for lockdown to finish. If we hear, it's because I have a purpose and I have to use that purpose positively. Or in other words, my mindset is every experience is a teachable moment. So with that in mind, I want to ask every single one of you, what can you do to initiate connections between you and another person in this new year? What can you do? Who do you know that when you are there for them, you're going to make a difference? Because when we are of service to another, when we help someone else, we release in our brain the same joy juices that we get from physical connection. You personally have the power to make a difference to someone else. And it happens to be a bonus. You get to feel good yourself as well. Try it. We've been living like this for months now. And every time we come up with a new way, the adrenaline kicks in. You actually get a high from it, helping somebody else. And please God, our actions will change the world for good. Bring Mashiach, like we've spoken about previously, which is the ultimate plan for mankind. And then our connection with God will be strong and clear. No dropping wireless connections. We'll be in a better world. Help somebody else today. Think about what can I do to help another person. It's special. It's very, very powerful. And I want to share with us a short 2-minute clip. Very simple, but brings out this point. If the host could just make me co-host a second, so whoever the host is.
That's done. Yeah, you should now.
But I'm just going to share with us a little clip over here. The power of looking out for somebody else and what it does to us. We all know it, but it's nothing like seeing an experiment that brings it out.
Welcome back to the High Five Seminar. How was your lunch? Yeah? Tasty? Good? Yeah. Cool, cool. Happiness. We all want to live happy lives. But how do we obtain that? Where can we find happiness? It always seems like it's right out of our grasp. All right, we're gonna have a little fun. I have an exercise planned, so all I ask for you guys is stand up and push your desks to the side, okay? Perfecto, all right. Now for the fun part. I'm gonna hand out some balloons and I want you to blow them up and afterwards write your name with a marker on them, okay? All right, there you go. There you go, there you go. All right, here you go, my man. Green, your favorite color? There you go, it's all yours. There you go, all right, nice. There we go, brother. All right, enjoy. All right, awesome sauce. Now, I'm gonna ask you to take your balloon and put it in the middle of the room. Great. Now, when I say go, I want you to run in the middle of the room and find your balloon. You have 2 minutes. Go! Everybody got theirs? Yeah? Wow, okay, that was a bit more than 2 minutes. Okay, let's try something different now. You guys ready for this one? Now, let's try the same exercise, but the first balloon that you come across, whose ever name is on it, give it to that person. All right? Let's do this. Let's put it back in the middle. Take a step back. You guys ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, Amy, here you go. Yes. Oh, thank you very much. All right. Done? All right. Amazing, amazing. Do you see what just happened there? Under 30 seconds, each and every one of us had our own balloons. What took us over 2 minutes before, we did it under 30 seconds. Why? You see, this is what happens in our daily lives when it comes to happiness. We're out there trying to find it, but many of the time, we're out there pushing each other out of the way, trying to get it for ourselves. But what do we find? Nothing. When we take our time and help somebody else, show some kindness, we'll find that our happiness lies within that. As the Chinese proverb goes, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, win the lottery. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, then help somebody out. You see, when you light a lamp for somebody on the road, not only do you light up their world, but you light up your world as well. Thank you. Woo! Hey!
There we go. There we go, guys. That says it all. Simple. Find the balloon, pick up the balloon, and pass it on to the person who has it. Share it with somebody else is the best way to be able to get us having a really good 2021. It'll give us a feeling of accomplishing, changing, and we are making the world around us a better place with all the tremendous work you do in the Rotary. Keep it up. Keep making a difference. And keep positive. I take any questions. I was mentioned people may want to ask questions. Please just unmute yourselves. Ask anything you wish.
Thank you, Rabbi. If you do have a question, please go ahead and unmute yourself. Richard, do you have a question, or that was? Oh, was that? Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay. Just before we go into questions, I wouldn't mind the link to this home discipline course. I think I need that.
Conscious discipline. Yeah, I can get that. It's called, you can Google it. It's called Conscious Discipline. We took a particular one. I'm sure there's lots of courses out. It's called Conscious Discipline. It's you speak, I wouldn't say it's a new kid in the block. It's been around for about 20 years, but it's only now really making a big difference. It's a very different way of parenting, understanding where the children are coming from.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay. Do we have any questions from members?
Yeah.
Yes, Patrick.
Rabbi, that was great, but I think one little factual thing on your introduction, there are quite a lot of us in Leicester who have been under lockdown since March, not since June. I mean, I was in a group that we're in the middle of a rehab course at Glenfield Hospital, and two consultants came in at 11 o'clock in the morning on the 12th of March, engraved on my heart, and told to go home and shelter for at least on our own at home for at least 3 months, because even though the government wasn't reacting yet to the virus, the team there had worked out what the risk was, and that the people who were at risk were included those of us who were in that particular group. So some of us are now, I'm now into my 10th month of isolation, although I've managed to do various things, keep me busy.
Patrick, you're 100% correct. Yes, those people who have been isolating have been in lockdown continuous. I think there was about a week when they said you could meet somebody in a garden or something if you chose to, and many people chose not to because it was the risks are so high. So 100%. Thank you for pointing that out. That's much appreciated.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Okay, fantastic.
Very good.
So, Rabbi, tell us about the rest of your year. What do you have planned, and also for your community? I mean, what are you guys up to?
Oh well, we've been. It's interesting when it started. I commented to my wife, "This is not a sprint. This is going to be a marathon." And while many people were throwing everyday resources and keeping things kind of zoomed every day and different things, I said, hold back. There's no need to do this. You're just going to zoom people out. And we've been bringing up slightly, we could bring new creative experiences instead of doing, so to speak, we have a usual classes online for people who come and continue. We do experiences around Shabbat, experiences around different celebrations. And then during the different holidays, we've actually gone around the community, outside people's homes, to bring them a bit of cheer. And that way we've also been providing people who are in shielding and people who are vulnerable, providing meals for them to make sure that they have what they need. It's always, I mean, they have many neighbors. When somebody actually drops off a meal by you, they can just pop in the microwave in the oven. It makes a big difference. Somebody's thinking of you. That way we are working on those, and we're working as well into the groundwork of opening a new club, which we're working on slowly to make sure that when we're ready for post-lockdown, we'll be able to have it all up and running. We're not going to start scrambling afterwards. We've got a whole team working on that as well. So many a thing. I encourage everybody to reach out to somebody next to you, pick up the telephone, say hello to somebody who's lonely. I find people what usually took me as a route could take me half an hour, could take me 2 hours. I'm speaking to people, a lot more people just want to talk. So if people want to talk, then take the opportunity to pick up the phone to people. And with things like the Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp call, sometimes the technology is difficult. Again, if people need that, we have people who reach out and help people get onto the technology, and to be able to have people who for the first 7 months would not come on the Zoom. Technology scared the life of wits out of them. I tried once or twice, but as time has gone on, they've actually come and joined. Last week I had somebody came on a Zoom and put their camera on and microphone on for the first time. So every day is a step, keeping positive and recognizing that it's full of opportunities, and we're here for a purpose. And this is obviously where we're meant to be right now, and we've got to be bettering the world in a different way. The unity and the oneness we can bring out among ourselves now is something which is unique, and we have to remember it and hardwire it into our psyches, so we continue taking the goodness forward into the weeks, months ahead.
Thank you. I very much enjoyed your talk today. And I'm very much looking forward to finally making it around to your synagogue with some Rotarians.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, so the refurbishment's all done now?
The refurbishments are done. Just because of a bit of delay with the lockdown, they're just starting to put in the actual exhibition upstairs. We have an exhibition upstairs with the history of Leicester. They've put the timeline in, which is interesting. They've got to do a bit more things, but the actual building work and all that is finished in itself. So yeah, they're making plans on making sure they're ready to open to the public when it's safe to do so.
Yeah, we'll get together some Rotarians and get over there and have a look. It sounds great. And also it'd be nice to learn more about what you're doing in your community and how maybe we can work together. And it seems a lot of your goals interact with ours. So it would be good to do more together.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it'd be nice to have you back with us again, perhaps next year, to do another
New
Year message, hopefully on a bit more of a positive note.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for today. Very, very much.
Okay. It's the message itself was positive. We're not victims. We have opportunities.
Yes.
Think about it. Very much take this as an opportunity. Okay, everybody. Great seeing you all. Keep well and enjoy the virtual lunch.
We will. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Just going to cover a couple of more points before we finish off. Richard, just before we finish off, would you like to mention anything on the COVID situation? I know that's something members are always keen to hear about.
Yeah, I'm in the office today, so it's busy. I don't know another way of describing it. In terms of overall COVID numbers, it's not as many or as much as in the spring, but because obviously it's winter, it's on top of the normal winter pressures. So it is busy, and I think it's going to stay this way for the foreseeable future. As much as I can say, really.
Okay. Is it your feeling that the system can cope, or is that something that's still very much up in the air?
Oh, it will cope. We always cope. we always get through one way or another. But it does mean that the non-urgent, non-emergency stuff, once again, is on the back burner. So it does mean that things like waiting lists and things are going to continue to climb, which is obviously going to have a longer-term impact. But from the emergency point of view, I mean, the NHS always says it's on the brink of collapse, but it always seems to manage to muddle through one way or another.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they've got a lot of talented people like you working there. That's why.
I don't say.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Richard? No? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, today. It's been great. We have a fantastic turnout. And next week we have our very own Sue McKenniff will be telling us about a COVID-19 update from Charity Link. There are no meetings after lunch today. This meeting stands adjourned. I'll see you all next week. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.